Welcome to the Royal Roundtable Podcast, where we push the culture forward on anything and everything content creation related. I'm your host, Mikey J.
And I'm your host, Yoku.
Before we jump into the podcast, make sure you head over to lostroyalty.co and subscribe for $4.99 to support and listen or watch the podcast a couple days early. This is the Royal Roundtable Podcast.
What is going on, people? It is the Royal Roundtable Podcast. We are back for episode number 2, season 4. Wait. This is episode, right. Yeah, this is episode right. 2.
You're right.
I can count.
But overall, it's episode like 40.
That doesn't even matter. That doesn't. Yeah, but that second part doesn't matter.
My personal being, my personal
right,
well-being, and the OCD up here.
But are you the listener? Are they the listener?
Doesn't matter.
Just season 4, episode 2, baby. You got it. You had it right.
All right, season 4, episode 2. Right.
There you go.
I'm your host, Mikey J. I have my amazing co-host Yoku, and we have a guest today, young BBSmols. Say hello. What's up to the people?
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm BBSmols. I was gonna ask how are you guys doing, but I realized this is recording and not live. I'm so used to stream. I'm like, no, what's up, everybody? I'm like, oh, there's no shot.
There's
what's
nobody
up?
Here. Oh, that's awkward. But no, if you don't know, we are the Royal Roundtable Podcast. We delve into the psyche of culture on this podcast. So what streamer culture is, what content creator culture is, and all that kind of stuff. So and we love to believe that culture is very, very nuanced. So for every guest that we have in this show, what does culture mean to BB?
Okay, so for culture, I'm Filipino. Backstory about me, I was born and raised in the Philippines, came to the US, now I'm Cali. But, it's like a lot of that has really stuck to my life. And I feel like I really owe it to not only my family, but to myself to honor that culture and also be able to embed that in the content that I create and the lifestyle that I live. So whether that's the food that I cook, embedding my lifestyle, the way that I live my life, and just being the fullest of that on my stream. And I feel like that brings my culture in. So I'll be able to have a Filipino word of the day on my stream. It's dope. I want to be able, I want to get my community, I want to get my people involved in what the hell is going on with me. I want them to know what my life was like. And so I feel like that's something important to me. Culture is big to me.
That's fire. I love that. Absolutely love how you do that. Nah, because
I like that.
I don't really interact with your Discord, but I frequently go in there and see what's going on. 9 times out of 10, it's chaotic, but I love the culture that you have built up within your community. It's very welcoming. It's super positive, and I absolutely love the vibe there. It's really dope.
Thank you. We like to keep it 100 and always annoying. Just like me.
All right. I asked this to Yoku last week, and we also talk about introspective stuff and all that kind of stuff. So 1 year ago, who is BB 1 year ago compared to BB today?
Okay, so I feel like 1 year ago, BBSmols had no clue what the hell was going to happen in the next year. I had just started content creating again in my adult life, because I think I left I started content creating when I was younger and then picked back up on it after I had graduated from college, found my degree, and I was like, well, this isn't making me happy anymore. I'm going to go ahead and settle into the things that made me happy as a youth.
Right.
So I feel like now I'm starting to hone in on those skills a little bit more. I'm starting to pick up all the pieces. So it was a learning curve. It was a huge learning curve. I had no idea what the hell I was doing. Last year, I was full-time an ABA specialist. So I was working as a behavioral technician in my field of psychology while I was doing content creation. Now, the difference is I'm a full-time content creator. I'll edit my own YouTube videos, I stream. I basically do the whole shebang and everything. But I feel like getting here was the most ridiculous, because you guys know when you guys play video games, there's a skill gap. Obviously, when you get into League of Legends and you haven't played in 3 years, you're like, God damn, these people are fucking good.
And the meta is always changing.
The sweaty.
Yeah, it's what the hell? I feel like I just played this game and I got it. And then later on I come back and there's a completely new thing. And it feels like I got it at that time, right? But then content creation has just evolved over the last year. And I feel like it's constantly evolving. And so it's just I feel like I'm always going to be in the same state of I have no clue what the fuck is going on. So I feel like now I'm just more resolved and I understand that, versus last year I had no clue what the fuck I was doing, but I really was like, damn, I really got to do something about this. But now I'm like, wow, I really don't know what I'm going to do, but that's fine.
That's dope. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's the thing I believe in as well. Content is always forever changing. The meta is always shifting. But I think there's one thing that's always constant, and it's to me, it's just trends. You look and see what, the whole space is doing, because you'll see, like, I use this because this was very recent, the Will Smith thing. Everybody hopped on that, and that's what, you saw a lot of, Will Smith, Chris Rock thumbnails on YouTube and all that kind of stuff. And that's what people are into. It's a trend. So I believe that, like, if you can keep up with trends, you'll stay relevant, and you'll stay, you'll stay with the curve, if not ahead of it. So I absolutely believe that.
Mentioning the trends, right? Do you think that it's something, how do I put it? With trends, right? Do you think it's something that has to be meme worthy, like meme culture, to pop off, especially when it comes to content creation, right? Because there's certain trends, I won't mention anything graphic, but certain trends that we obviously don't put into forms of media, or we don't want in the media. And then trends that are kind of just, like, whatever, people talk about it for a little bit, maybe a day or two, but it is something that's probably important, but it's not something that you see getting spread around as a meme or a video or things like that. So, for us as content creators, in BB's case, keeping the energy lively, being very excited. And then, me and you, sometimes we have serious talks, sometimes we don't, but fighting games really, or anime or anything of the sort. Do you think that there's certain trends that you are safe to do, or you should be aiming for, versus every trend you should be on top of when it comes to that?
I think it depends on how creative you are. Honestly, I really just think nothing's untouchable within the content creator space. Like, even if you're like a fighting game guy or a Minecraft guy, you can mold any type of trend if you're creative enough. Like, big example is Afro. The freaking Chris Rock and Will Smith WWE match, if you haven't seen it, please go watch it. It's funny as hell.
That was so good.
It was really freaking good. And that's a great way to capitalize on a trend like that, because it involves his gaming, it involves his high spirit, it involves everything that makes Afro, but he hopped on the trend and made it his own.
Dude, it's so funny because that's like, he's not a wrestling champion, he doesn't wrestling videos.
Right.
That
but
was
it
such
worked.
a great way. Yeah.
It
was such
worked.
a great way to introduce that, so wow. That was cool.
Yeah, no. I feel like to jump off of that topic in specific, I feel like one thing that I notice about trends and me as a person, I feel like as a content creator, I'm pretty sure you all would understand this. Trends happen like almost every day. Like, I feel like there's a new trend and it falls off. Like the way that like the Chris Rock Will Smith thing was great for like a hot second, and then it got OD after like 3 days. After you saw the same memes all the time. So it's like, not only is it constantly shifting, but it's like you have to pick and choose your battles as a content creator, like which one you're gonna excel in. And I feel like that's gonna be like the hardest thing, because it's like identifying, okay, like, yeah, there might be 5 things on the trend right now. Like, there might be a TikTok dance, there might be a meme, there might be like something someone said, and it's just like you have to pick and choose your battles as to which you want to like devote your time into. Like, I'm going to create a YouTube video on this, or I'm going to stream on this, and it's just like finding that is and like defining yourself is like the right balance.
Exactly. Identity is so important within this content creator space, and I'm not talking about just like
personality.
Yeah, I'm talking about who are you? What type? What, I guess I want to say, who am I today? What am I the type of person today? Am I the guy who's gonna be loud and boisterous today, or was that the guy yesterday? Or am I just gonna be chill and cool today, or is that a guy for next week? And I think those type of decisions will make your content creator career set apart from other people.
Yeah, and I think it also has a lot to do with like, I think I learned this in the last year, but having like a lot more resolve in yourself and being able to find who you are as a content creator, being like, yes, this is me. I identify with this. I line up with this. These are things that I'm interested in, and being able to pursue those things, I think is something really cool, and will really help with trends as well, because it's like it wouldn't make sense for someone like me if I just jumped on and started shitting on Sonic Frontiers, even though I have no experience in Sonic. I'm just like, yeah, like everyone else is doing that, and I'm sorry, but like I will be the minority that will say, God damn, this game looks fantastic. I have no clue what Sonic's about, but this shit looks fire. But so it's just like, but if I go out and start saying these things that are trending, not necessarily am I going to be in the right credibility. Do I really know what the fuck I'm talking about? So it's like I really got to pick and choose my battles and stuff. I'm like, okay,
yeah, they're gonna flame you.
You can't be so loud about that, you know? That's how you get canceled immediately.
Yeah, for sure.
Can you imagine being canceled over Sonic? Yeah, I like Sonic Frontiers. Oh no, get her out of here, bro! Cancel.
Man, people were getting jumped over liking Sonic music or not liking Sonic music this year. So yes,
okay, but that was valid. That was valid because you can't. How can you not like Sonic? Like that's just
okay. Yes, right. I don't even love Sonic that much, and I have like Sonic music as like my top listen to shit in Spotify. I'm like, I have no fucking
Sonic
clue where these are from.
Always been amazing.
always been a banger, man. Always.
Yes, but
yeah, I definitely agree with you about picking your battles, what you want to do as far as, you know, jumping on trends and all that kind of stuff. But as far as, and you mentioned cancel culture and being canceled, what are your thoughts on cancel culture?
Oh my God. Okay. I feel like, okay, there's like a right mediation to things, right? Like I feel like cancel culture does call certain people out. Like it really does. But like realistically, at the end of the day, what the fuck does it really do? Right?
Thank you.
Like,
thank you.
Like, yes, like it'll put somebody in check, but like, people are gonna move the fuck on in like what 3 days, 4 days. These people will still have a platform, and that fan base will still recover. Like nothing really goes away with cancel culture. If anything, it's like a temporary slap on the wrist. It's like, damn, you really fucked up. That was some racist shit you just said. Go give yourself a fucking timeout. And it's just like, goddamn, really? Like we don't have accountability. So I don't know.
Man,
like, that's how I feel. But I feel like, yes, like cancel culture, it's absolutely like dog shit in the way, because it's like, does it not hold up to the standards where people actually need to be held accountable? But like for things that like, I feel like are minor, get canceled almost immediately. Like I know, especially like in streamer culture, there's so many people that just come in and are just like, oh, I don't like this, or hey, you should use this tag, or hey, you should do this, you should label your videos this way. It's like there's such a right way and wrong way to do things, and it's so easy to like make a statement against these things and be like, no, I don't agree with you, I don't like that opinion. Like there's a lot. Like I can't even like jump into one in specific, but there's just so you can just fucking hop on Twitter and there's gonna be an argument ready for you.
Yeah,
and it's just like literally one person is ready to fight for their goddamn life because Skittles are better than fucking M&Ms, and because you fucking said that it was the other way around. Now you're getting your ass jumped. I swear to God.
Yeah, no, it's the way that I look at it, and it sounds mildly fucked up, but I mean, Ioku makes wild takes all the time. So the cancel culture right now, and the way it is, especially during COVID, because that's when it got its huge boom, right? It's for clout. Every time you look at it, if you really go into it, you break it down, the person or group that cancels whoever or whatever it is, they gain a significant boost that they would not have had otherwise, and they always start off with the same thing. I'm not trying to do this for attention. I'm not trying to do this to cancel anyone or get anyone in trouble, but insert list of cancelable things. And it's like, dog, take that shit to them and go handle it. Like, what are you doing? You know, like you don't need Twitter to handle your, like, it just feels like we're back in elementary school, and you know, a teacher, Tommy over here, he ate a crayon and he ate the black one, not the white one. And I don't think that's nice. Like, bro, come on, dude. Just go punch crayon. Tommy. I'm just saying, man, like it's so much stupid shit that always happens. Like, yeah, cancel somebody, cool, right? Make them hold accountability. But it's to a point now where, just like BB said, we do it on so many small things that the big shit doesn't even matter or come across anymore. So now we have this list of stupid shit that doesn't fucking matter. And then when the real shit happens, it's like, oh, damn, that's fucked up. Yeah, but he said that Skittles are better than M&Ms. So like, let's focus on that. And I'm like, dude, why? Like,
I think
Yeah,
Dave
it's crazy.
Chappelle said it best. Like, Twitter's not
You
a
can't
real
mention that
fucking
name,
place.
bro. You can't mention
Oh,
that name,
damn
bro.
it.
He got canceled.
He got
He got
canceled.
canceled, bro. Yeah, you
Yes,
can't mention that
yes,
name.
yes, right the fuck now.
But he's
Stop the
right.
show.
Twitter's not a real fucking place. It's just
not.
not. And a lot of people put too much stock in what people say online. So while it does have some type of effect, it's not going to affect you that much in your real life, unless you're just some big mega celebrity that everybody knows about and everybody's on social media. But even still, like, those type of things can't be, I guess you can't hold people accountable in real life over Twitter. It just doesn't work like that.
No.
It'll never work like that. You
Twitter
have to
is
be
its
there.
own place.
You have to be there. You have to actually see what's going on, and then you contact the proper channels within to get the situation corrected. That's how that shit works. Cancel culture is just, it's really fucking stupid if you ask me. It's just a bunch of people whining about how they want the world to look at things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just not how the world works. That's not how the real world works. In the real world, you sit down, you have a conversation, and you iron the shit out. Because
that option doesn't exist on the internet, bro.
And it doesn't exist because you can't, because the internet doesn't exist. The internet's not a real place.
The internet, man.
It's not a real place, and a lot of people, and I get it. I understand that a lot of people don't have the social circles within their real lives.
Yeah, yeah.
So they equate those social circles with, real life friends, to where you have, you create bonds with these people, and you create like, I guess you attract yourself to the circles that are most like-minded. And then you're just sitting there within a bubble, and then you get outside the bubble, and then it's, oh shit, there are people who have different opinions. They don't think like me.
I don't like that.
They gotta think like me.
See, I feel like that's like one of the few things that have really like set us back during these like socially, like as a whole fucking species, like the last 2 years. Like we've all been inside our fucking houses, and like great, like the pandemic's like we are healing, we're getting better, but like goddamn, do I not know how to talk to a fucking cashier clerk anymore? Like I really be out there, I'm just like, wow, so like you guys don't play video games? That's fucking crazy. What do you do if you don't play Elden Ring 24/7? Like
I work. What do you mean?
Right.
Yeah, no. Like, I feel like that's where, like, the cancel culture kind of really comes in. Like you just said, Mikey, like, all of these people, like, don't really have that, like, IRL socializations. Like, they really just come in, and at the end of the day, those are their people at the end of the day. Like, they come to these people, they talk to them about their problems, they hang out with them, they work with them, and these are all online relationships. And I feel like we all fail to realize that it is not a real place. Like, these are not, like, I'm not having a face-to-face interaction with you. I'm not gonna point a gun to your head and you're gonna stop being a fucking racist piece of shit because I literally said, stop that right now on my fucking Twitter comment. You stop that bullshit. You stop being racist.
It just
like,
doesn't
no,
work like that.
like, no, it's just not gonna work that way. But like, you go with your little buddies at the end of the day, like, oh, did you hear fucking Tommy? Tommy's saying some bullshit again. Let's go jump him on his page. And it's like, yeah, let's go jump him. He fucking thinks Skittles are better than M&M's. So fuck this guy. And it's just like, all right, bro, but like, you won't do that straight to his face. You won't.
Yeah,
You won't.
That's a conversation. That's a conversation, dude.
Yeah,
I love it.
That's what I'm saying.
I hate keyboard warriors, and I say this all the time. I've been saying it since before COVID. It's gotten to a point. It's way worse now. People talk the maddest shit behind their monitors.
They got 2 years in their hand already. Like,
yeah, and it's like we said this. We said this last season with Nick being here, and I'm not advocating for how do we say bullying, right? I don't think that people should just get like teased and whatever else, all this stuff, just for no fucking reason. But when bullying did exist, i.e. back during our generation, we didn't have these issues that we have today, or maybe I shouldn't call them issues. We didn't have these scenarios that we have today, and it's just straight up because you can't, you had repercussions. I couldn't talk shit about Timmy and Tommy, walking down the fucking hallway and then not expect to get clocked by next period. Like it would have gotten around, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's not inciting, oh shit, man, you just want people to fight. No, but I knew, look, if I'm not ready to box with Tommy, I'm not talking shit about Tommy. Like
Talk
it
shit,
had
get hit.
exactly talk shit, get hit. There were certain things. You
That
know,
was
if
the
I'm,
rules.
Them's the rules,
That
man.
was the rules growing up, and
That
you
was the
just
give and take.
you talk your shit and back it up, or you
Yes.
just take your L.
Right, that's it. You gotta deal with it, dude. Like,
just-
oh man, you're playing
that's
Yu-Gi-Oh.
it.
You damn right, I'm playing some fucking Yu-Gi-Oh. What about it? Like,
Right,
oh,
but now
my
with the
brother plays
internet,
that.
man,
Okay,
The internet has given these guys some cojones, bro.
man, bro, who you telling, dude? You tell somebody you playing Yu-Gi-Oh, man? You using Dark Magician trash? Did you just call me trash? Wow, is it because I'm black? Like, yo, wait, whoa, chill. None of this escalated. Like, why are we escalating this right now, bro? I'm just saying you're bad at Yu-Gi-Oh. No, cancel. So, I don't like it, dude. I don't like it, man. You're protected behind the keyboard, and if you're not gonna say it in front of my face, just don't have those same amount of balls, dude. Because I've seen people pull up. I've seen at least 3 people get pulled up on at conventions, at tournaments, especially tournaments for like fighting
we've done
games
it
and whatnot.
ourselves.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
you know. I'm about to say-
You know who I hang with. We love them streets.
we've
It's
done
me,
these things.
Chino, Nick.
Yeah, bro.
We out there.
And when you do it, it's like, whoa, I know, man. I was just saying
It's
shit. Like, I
always-
didn't really mean that, bro. Like,
Always
let's
the
have a
instant
sit
back
down and talk. Now you want to talk about it.
Problems.
Right? They see
don't
you in
want these
person, bro.
problems.
Oh, shit. I didn't think this was really going to happen. Like, yeah, no, you was talking mad shit 6 months deep
A lot
on
of
Twitter.
shit.
We here now, bro. Pax, we here now. What's up? No, come bro. You want to drink? Let's sit down and talk about this. Like, I think we had a misunderstanding.
It's
Now, what a
always a
fucking misunderstanding.
But no.
This shit's great though. I that's what I miss though, dude. I do miss drama. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I
You're like
miss
the
the
IRL
drama.
shit when everyone would gather around, like, oh, pull your phones out. Hold on,
Hell
let
yeah.
me get it something. We're upstart.
Right, bro. Everybody's
world-
recording shit. It's uploaded immediately, man. Immediately. I got 100 megabytes upload.
Oh, the lack of uploads on WorldStar has me sad in the last 2 years, bro. I'm
Oh,
like, where are
man,
these
dude.
fights again?
They're all on Twitter.
remember
That's
that,
why.
Where was it at when people were really just clocking each other in the face for talking some shit, man?
Oh,
you remember
They don't get
Sharkeisha?
repercussions
last night.
anymore. Man, they get
I saw a something about on Barstool. Somebody had retweeted. I don't follow him, but whatever. It was. I think it was at a hockey game or something. Dude was just walking. I guess his team lost or whatever. But guy behind him was just talking mad shit.
Uh-oh.
But obviously they didn't show him talking mad shit. All they showed was, dude clocking.
Yeah.
But it was right at the point where he was clocking. So he had to be talking mad shit for somebody to
Yeah.
pull their phone out. You know what I'm saying? Somebody
Yeah.
had to be pulling
Yeah.
their phone out to talk. And dude was quiet. Dude didn't say nothing. But as soon as the clip started, they saw a dude turn around, just clock him in his shit, and just knocked him out. Bro didn't have a chance. Ice
Don't
chance.
record it, dude. That was me. That was me.
Yeah.
He knew what was going
But he
on.
had to be talking some mad shit. You can't talk shit and not expect to get hit. You can't.
Bro, I'll talk
Right.
shit in a lot of places, but a hockey game is not one of them, man.
Hey man, they take that shit to heart.
Right, man. Next thing I know, I got a fucking ice blade through my throat. Like, nah, I'm good. I want to live today.
Hockey's crazy, bro.
Nah,
I don't know if I'm gonna
things-
get teddy
Two
bears
things
or
I
ice
don't
skates.
fuck with talking shit about is music and sports. I don't. No.
Wait. Did you say you don't fuck with teddy bears and ice skates?
No, I just said I
Oh.
don't know if I'm gonna get jumped with teddy bears or ice skates.
Oh,
Like hockey is such an RNG, bro. Like, am I getting like blades at my throat, and am I getting teddy bears pummeled at me?
that's fair. That's fair. We were all talking, and I was like, teddy bears, did she just say it?
You're like, wait,
Bro.
what the fuck did she
Yeah.
just say?
I was like, are you afraid of teddy bears? Like, I know someone that's afraid of Furbies, and I'm like, all right, that's viable, right?
Furbies are kind of weird as fuck.
Yeah,
though, I'm
they're
not gonna
creepy
lie.
looking. They're really
a little
creepy.
weird.
And then there was a horror short. That's what they're called. Somebody made a horror short off of Furbies, and I was
Have
like,
you
that's
seen
pretty
there's
good.
movies? There's movies that are based off of Furbies, bro. There's like a Christmas
What?
one.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
like
yeah,
Christmas
yeah, yeah,
Furbies.
yeah.
No
Yeah.
way.
They're
Yo, I
literally
gotta
Christmas
see
Furbies
those.
that literally like murder you.
I have to watch that movie now.
Yeah.
I literally only saw it on the trailer. I've never fucking seen it myself. That shit's horrifying as fuck.
We're gonna have
Not
to
as
get
an
everybody
adult will I
together.
go back.
Everybody together and watch this Furby
That's gonna
murdering
be our
movie.
next like group hangout. All right, guys. The one thing that we hate. Let's get down.
I have an irrational fear of Big Bird.
What?
And I don't even think it's irrational. I just think it's them from my childhood. So my two cousins, they came from California. They were like 3 and 2 or 3 and 1 or something like that. But you know, growing up, it was only boys in the household. So when they came, it was kind of like it was a mix up. I got my ankles broken. So, you know, they started getting stuffed animals and all that kind of shit. And there was this big bird that was light sensitive. And they
eyes like open up.
Yeah. And it would say peekaboo. And they loved to carry them bitches all over the house. It was two of them. And they would just, you know, carry it in the house, and, you know, they would like fall asleep, and then they take it to their room, but they'd be chilling in my room or some shit. And it's light sensitive, but it's like it activated like out of nowhere. So
how old were you?
I was
during this experience of 5 nights at Big Bird's.
I'm like 5 years older than him, so I was like 10 or 11. So I'm just in my room,
no way.
Dark as shit. I don't like to sleep with the light on or anything like that. But, you know, when some nights they would, you know, leave the fucking Big Bird in my room, and like 4 a.m. Peekaboo. I was like, what the oh my God. That shit. It's I don't like Big Bird.
So for those that can't
it's
see,
light sensitive. I don't think I've ever heard of anything being light sensitive. Like, that's bizarre as fuck.
It's a peekaboo.
No, they had
Big
dolls
Bird.
like that. So, they had dolls like that back in the day.
You put your hand over its eye,
and it closes its eyes.
You take your hand off, and it'll say peekaboo. It'll play peekaboo with you. So, but the light is what activated it. So you turn the light off, you turn it on, it'll say peekaboo, but it would still be like dead at night, and it would just activate. No light, no nothing.
I could
and you left it in your room for why?
I didn't leave it. Like I say, they're like 2 and 3, so they carry the shit around them all over the house.
But at some point in time, you had to realize, like, get this out of the room while I'm sleeping.
No.
Have this here.
I mean, it's like you don't really think about the shit.
But you thought about it. You heard it.
Yeah, because it's like in the middle of the night, and you don't see it when you go to bed. Like, the light's on, so it's already been activated. So you turn the light off. And
it's still going.
It's just waiting for the light to come back so I can scare the fuck out of me.
Okay, I have a similar story to that, but I have an irrational fear to the song "You Are My Sunshine, My Only Sunshine" for the same reason. But I was like a child, and my clock on the wall every time like around 3 or 4 a.m. would like fucking ding dong. But it was that specific song. It was really freaky, and I was like 5. This was in the Philippines, and I had dolls surrounding by me because they thought I was a cute little girl that would admire dolls. And I was like, I don't know what in your right mind would like subject you to think that a tiny little girl would think that this is okay. But like, I was surrounded with fucking dolls at the age of 5 with "You Are My Sunshine," and all of these dolls were looking at me at like 3 a.m. while this was dinging at the hit of 3. This was fucking terrifying. I might not be scared of Big Bird, right? Like, I'm okay, but like, God forbid me ever hear that song, I will start socking somebody in the face.
Yeah, y'all have some creepy stories, dude. I don't think I have any kind of doll stories. Like, granted, like I'm terrified of horror shit, but I'll watch like thriller or suspense stuff, so it's weird. But I don't have any doll stories. Maybe. I mean, okay, well, you know what? It's a trade-off, right? I can't swim, so terrified of big ass bodies of water. That might be the trade-off. Then, can you guys swim? Mikey can swim.
Yeah.
Well, I can.
You can't
swim? Fake swim.
Maybe it was no. Nick can't swim either. All right, so we just can't swim. Maybe it's an us thing. It's not a trade off anymore. We can't swim.
I can't like wade in the water, but like if I go into like something deeper than what's taller than me, I can swim like under the water to get to where I need to go. I can
do that too, but I can't float. So it's like eventually I'll die because I can't breathe. You know what I mean? So I have to find my way.
Oh yeah, if I'm in the ocean, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, because I can't stay at the top. So it just be like I'm swimming to the bottom endlessly until I'm just. It's like Sonic, doop 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 doop, and then I'm dead.
It's like you literally have like this whole life where you fantastically never had anything happen to you, and that was like the bonus life stat. But the downside is you literally just ate the gum fruit from One Piece.
Oh, dude,
like, you just can't fucking swim.
But I don't have gum powers. That sucks. Like if I had devil fruit powers,
you don't get scary shit happening to you. Like you don't have to clock somebody in the face, or like Big Bird if anyone everyone looks at you like Big Bird, bro.
Yeah,
Like, this is nice. You
No.
You just can't swim.
I think I would make that trade-off. I would make the trade-off of like, you know, give me a devil fruit power, right? And I'll deal with psychotic doll stories or fears of whatever if I had some devil fruit power.
Nah,
but
man,
like,
you don't want those long-lasting problems, bro.
You don't want that long
Mikey, I don't even have the power. That's the crazy part. I ate the fruit, no power. Hey, bro, you can't swim either. Yeah, like I'm just gonna drown. Fuck it.
Bro, your power is no trauma.
What?
That's not a power.
You're all speaking from a different perspective, bro.
That's
You
not
have
a power.
clarity that we cannot have.
You are privileged.
I know.
God damn it. I don't like that. Take it back.
Oh my god. I don't even know how we got here. This is fantastic.
Right.
Yeah, I love it.
All right, let's get back on track. So,
Ooh.
Oh, the track. We found it again.
the way that I was introduced to BB was through the GTA squad server.
Mm-hmm.
What was the name of your first character?
Tita. Her name was Tita. Yeah.
She
Like
was amazing.
Like Spanish?
No, she's Filipino.
She's Filipino.
So Tita's a name and maybe. Oh no, wait, I'm dumb. It's Tia. Never mind.
Yeah.
Delete that. Delete it.
Nope,
Don't
keeping
even
that
leave
in.
that.
Keeping that
Tita
in.
is in Tagalog, yeah.
Okay. Don't leave that in, bro. Like delete that.
Well, I was
Do
gonna
your
say
boy a
that
solid.
culture mix-up is happening right now. He's like, don't cancel me.
I'm gonna get canceled.
We were just talking about that.
Fuck. That
Tell
boy
me how
doesn't
you
know his
came up with that
Spanish.
character. I need to know.
So inspiration, if you grew up in the Philippines or you grew up Filipino, then you know what it's like to have that tita. Like, I literally just embodied that one aunt, okay? Like, I don't know if you guys all have this, but in my family, there's always that one aunt. Don't care how old she is. She can be 90, she can be 50, but she's loud as hell. She's loud as hell. She might pull up drunk. She might pull up with cigarettes. She's shit talking somebody. She's talking to like her kid and converting her to go to like gay conversion therapy. She's telling her kid to stop doing drugs or like weed or something. Like, bro, like she is yelling at everyone for not having straight A's, for literally doing anything, for not eating meat. She literally looked at me and said, "Bibi, you're vegan? What? That's why you're so skinny, huh? You're never gonna get boyfriend if you're skinny like that." And I'm just like, oh my God. It's just like my whole life was like embodied on that one aunt that was literally shit talking you to death. Oh,
Yeah.
You're not like your cousin, huh? You're not getting straight A. You didn't get into Harvard. Oh, you can't cook? Ay. Your mother doesn't take care of you, huh? Like, I was like, oh my God. Like, all of this trauma and bullshit was just embedded into me. And I was just like, that would make a fantastic RP character. Let me go ahead and make everybody's life bullshit the way that mine was. But like in a way that you all will get to experience it as like a Filipino child. I will also like get my chinelas and slap you with it. I will get my like cinturon and make sure that you were bending down on the floor. If you are not, getting your straight A's. Like I was literally just embodying everything that I saw in my life. And I was like, wow. Yeah, that's a mood. So that went on for like as long as ever. And it was just ironic that I met, Syriax, Dado, Rhyme, all of my friends that I met on that server, I'm friends with to this day. But it all happened because I created this goddamn character that was literally from my past trauma. So GG's again to you for not having past trauma. And like, it for some reason worked out for me though.
That works out. You see, I'm telling you guys, like this no trauma, can't swim devil fruit. This sucks. This gotta be like top 10.
Just made myself a badass character.
The worst devil fruit power ever, man.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
But yeah, no. So my character was based off of like that aunt. That's why she's called Tita Baby. That is actually a really, really popular name for like Filipinos. Like usually, okay, like giving you guys some cultural background. Sometimes we just name our aunts and uncles and they're not even our aunts and uncles. They're like friends of our moms and dads and we call them our aunts and uncles. And those are our titas and titos. But for some reason, we never call them by their actual name either. I don't know if it's like a Filipino respecting or like whatever the fuck it is. But we'll literally
I've had aunties that aren't really blood related, but I still call them my auntie.
Yeah, and you also don't like call them by their name.
Mhm.
Like I think it is like it's not Auntie Ellen. It's literally gonna be like Tita Baby. Like it's like they have a nickname, and for some reason everyone like calls them that. So that's my character's name. Her name was Tita Baby, but that is just the most common Filipino aunt name that you can kind of see. You can pop up to someone's house like, oh, Tita Baby's in the kitchen. And it's not going to be the same Tita Baby that you're going to see like at 8 o'clock tonight at like your other friend's house.
Right.
Like it's going to be a completely different one, but it's like a common name. So
You'll go into the kitchen and think it's your favorite Tita Baby, and it's not.
but it's a different one. Oh, hey, what's up, Tita Baby number 3? What's up? You're making chicken
They're
adobo tonight,
numbered.
but you're not making sisig? That's crazy. But yeah. But yeah, so
Okay,
that's
okay.
where that inspiration came in.
That's fire. I absolutely
like
love that
that.
character. That
Yes.
character was
Cute.
dope.
She was shaking ass. I feel like so her origination story, if you guys didn't know, my TSRP character, so I did GTA roleplay, she was this 100-year-old, like I don't know why the fuck I came up with 100. Like this bitch is ancient. She should have been dead. Like she is an old woman. She migrated from the Philippines, came to America, ended up finding I guess a Siriax's character, Shave the Pill, and we just ended up being buddies for the entire series. But during that time, I guess my established thing was I think my husband had died because he got in an accident back in the Philippines, an accident, and I ended up with a wealth of money and flew to the U.S. and got myself a boob job, a butt job, and now I'm living my life as like 100-year-old woman. But yeah, so that was her origin story, and then she's living and shit out. She was like, I'm gonna fucking die anyway. I'm gonna shake my ass in front of this Burger King if I want to. So
That's pretty cool. I like
thanks,
that.
man.
That's dope. That's dope.
Dang.
All right. So now what does BB do to relax and shake the stress off of, content creation? What does BB do in her spare time?
Okay. This is gonna sound really basic, but I play video games.
I feel like it's only basic because that's what we do, right? Like
That's
think
literally
that's
what
what
we
we
do.
do.
But
I think it's the thing. It's there. Video games are very therapeutic when you don't have to upload them.
yes.
yeah, when you make the content that
When
you
you-
want
yeah.
and you're not scheduled to do and you're not obligated to have, and you just play whatever the fuck you want without any repercussion of chat telling you, God damn, you're doing this incorrectly. Let me
Yeah.
tell you what to do, how to fight. Let me teach you a new skill set because you're obviously missing all your skill shots right now. Like everything. Like, goddamn, if I could just chill and breathe, yes, I would have the fucking peak time of my life. But other than video games, I like drawing. I like reading manga when I can, watching anime, chilling with my community. That's pretty much the everyday life for BBSmols. I have 8 cats, so I tend to them on my other free times.
That's a lot of cats.
Yeah,
You are
I'm a crazy
becoming a
cat woman.
cat lady. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm only 25 and I'm about to hit like retirement ages at like 30 if I hit like 10 more cats, bro.
Damn. All right. So with 8 cats, I have a question.
Yes.
How is that like managing? all
Okay,
8
so
cats?
every day you have to fill up their litter. Every day you have to fill up their food. Every day you have to check up their water. Every day you have to make sure all of them get love and affection just as much as the other ones do. Because if not, they will give you shit. They know. Cats fucking know if you're like giving more love to one and the other, they'll start giving you like the side eye. They're like, well, fuck you. Like, I'm literally gonna start shitting on your couch now. I'll start literally making a hole. So I'm just like, all right, let me just be a nice mom and make sure that you guys all get your equal love and affection. It's literally just like having kids, except they shit on everything without like,
Damn.
yeah.
No, it's
And
just
they
like
clog
having
your
kids.
couches.
They shit on
Yeah.
everything.
Shit on
Maybe you oughta
everything
be
and then they
appreciative.
clog
I only
your
got
couches.
one dog.
Okay,
She's
never mind.
bad.
It's just like having kids.
No,
But
my,
yeah,
my
no.
kids are they're past the shitting stage, thankfully.
So glad.
Oh,
Yeah,
way
so
past.
that's the thing about cats or dogs or little
They
babies.
never
They
stop
stay at that
shitting.
age for forever. They just keep shitting on everything. They can be 9, 10, 15 years old. They'll still be shitting on your lap. My cat literally just vomited like right before I started this podcast. I was like, I'm not going to clean this right now. I literally have to go on. So I'm just like, yep, that's fine. It's my life.
You should probably take care of that though.
I will take care of that after this. Yeah, you're like, I just heard the fucking hairball in the back. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm sick.
That's gross. That's gross.
It's like little hairball. I'm like, stop.
And they'll gag for a long time before it
you
comes
never know
out.
when it's coming. Sometimes it doesn't even come up, and you're just like, all right, that was a fucking scare. Well, looks like I'm good, and then they'll give you like, and it's done. It's all right there, and it's all over your couch.
All right, so what does the future look like for you? Have you ever thought about that? Like, I guess maybe 10 years down the road.
Future. I feel like I'm torn all over the place because I'm in this weird stage right now where I'm trying to like identify myself as a content creator and seeing which way I want to be pulled, whether that's through, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, because there's so many outlets right now. Like, we live in an age where there is so much places to get traction from. There's so many different algorithms to try to pick and choose your battle with. And I feel like maybe in the future, I'm honing in my skills right now, like video editing, my YouTube videos. And so it's just like maybe being in that way towards the future, and having a lot more, I guess, like freedom and being able to like be better in that. And kind of, I wouldn't say focusing on that, but having more time equally to stream and YouTube, because right now, like I said, I'm still in the learning curve and it's taken away from my stream because I'm still kind of like figuring shit out, figuring myself out. But I feel like hopefully the future for me, what I want to be, is just mentally okay. Like, I feel like that's not a lot to ask for in 2022. Like, I gotta be mentally okay, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where the fuck I'm gonna end up, but if I'm good, I'm good.
That's good.
So yeah.
I respect it.
Yeah, like if I'm on Twitch and I'm settled, as long as I feel like my priority at the end of the day, me as a content creator, and I feel like me overall as a person, I prioritize my mental health more than anything. Like, because at the end of the day, I want to be able to do well for my community, do well for me. I want to look at the shit that I make and be like, I made that. I'm proud. And I don't want to ever look at it and be just like, yeah, that was literally for clout. I don't align with that. Like, I want to find myself right now. So I feel like I'm still in the early stages of my content creation. And I feel like I'm able to make that decision and kind of like pick and choose versus like later on when I'm already kind of like established and I kind of like get stressed because I like to think ahead. I like to think ahead and I like to make sure I plan for things. I battle with a lot of anxiety and a lot of depression. So I like to make sure that I don't fall into those situations. So I like to set myself up for the better,
Right.
So right now I'm still figuring it out. And I think I'm okay with not knowing what the fuck I'm going to do.
How do you handle your depression and anxiety when you like feel it coming on? Do you like curl up in a ball, or do you like actually just you realize that it's coming and then you take a step back, take a breath, or how do you handle that?
I feel like I allow myself to feel, because the thing about me is I realize I'm the type of person to bottle shit up like for forever. Like I won't tell my friends, like my family, significant others, like I won't tell anybody anything because my brain goes, well, I don't want to bother you with this. So I end up internalizing like a lot of things. So I feel like with the way that I've existed, I've learned to be forgiving to myself, and I allow myself to cry. I allow myself to sit there and feel all these things. And once I'm ready to get the fuck out of that, and like I'll sit there and I'll be like, yo, I processed all of these emotions. I was really pissed the fuck off. I was really sad, and I'm really feeling isolated. I'm overwhelmed as fuck. I'm confused as hell. I'll allow myself to feel all that, and then I'll get the fuck back up. Like I think that's one thing that I really try to prioritize, because if I don't and I try to avoid it and I go to other people, it never gets resolution, and I feel like I'm never able to let that out. And like I said, as someone that's like introverted, that's the way I cope. I'm not necessarily the type of person to go to people because I'm not necessarily extroverted. So I found my way to like deal with things healthily, So but I also have like those influences, those people, that circle that I can trust, so that when I am able to like talk to them, then I do have like someone that's able to listen and stuff, and also making sure that they're in the right headspace as well, because you never want to be trauma dumping on people too.
Right.
So yeah.
That's good. I had to learn and like a different perspective to how you handle it. I had to learn that, my anxiety is like it's a backpack. Some days it's going to be light, some days it's going to be heavier than the others, but it's not something that I can get rid of, because I think with most people who have anxiety, they just want to get rid of it. They don't want the added stress of having anxiety, but they know they have it. Coming to grips that anxiety is just a part of life, and sometimes, and most of the time for most people, it's light. you know, but they still
Mhm.
have that anxiety.
Mhm.
And for me, I've handled mine a lot better. I'm actually not taking any medicine anymore, and I've been doing absolutely great. I just know that my anxiety is, you know, it's a complete package with me now. So
Mhm.
some days, I mean, I need to tell the people around me that, hey, I'm not having a good day. My anxiety is really heavy. Leave me the fuck alone. And
Yeah.
that's therapy to me, because I know I'm taking care of me, because I'm
Mhm.
not decent to be around. When my anxiety spikes, I get very irritable. I'm not abusive or anything, but I get
Mhm.
very irritable, and like you can see it on my face.
Yeah, no, I get you. I'm the same exact way. And it's just like, I'll just start just jumping random people. And I'm like, bro, why do I feel like this? You really didn't deserve that, homie. I'm so fucking sorry. But damn, I'm pissed off. But yeah, no, I feel that. So you did bring up like medication. And I feel like I can be open here. I feel like I've struggled with anxiety and depression my whole life. And I've recently made the decision to get back on meds. I know, like you said, you got out of it, but I feel like I feel like I'm in this season where I do need it, because I'm kind of like I said, finding myself. And most of the time when I do find myself, it brings back like a lot of like trauma. It brings up like a lot of things that I wasn't able to ready to handle. And it kind of like demobilizes me. I don't know if you guys, whenever you guys have anxiety, it's just like, damn, like I'm really not able to do anything right now. Like I can't edit videos. I can't reach out to people. I can't do this meeting right now. Like I can't record. Like I can't do any of this shit. Like I have to fucking sit here and like hyperfixate on something and try to make that thing better, even though I know I can't. So I feel like the meds, I recently got on them so that I could focus a little bit more. And because I realized that I was like, damn, I'm really not doing anything. Like I'm in bed, I'm depressed. Like I'm fucking myself over because I'm feeling like shit. So it's just like, well, the only thing that I can do is, because, you know, I'm not getting up. I can't even find myself to work out. And all these things that people are saying, like, oh, just work out, like eat better, like all these. Well, first of all, I have to fucking get up to do all that shit. And the hard part is getting the fuck up.
That's the hard part. It's actually getting to do the thing. Like if we could just get up and do the thing, we'd be fine.
Yes. Right. I'm in my fucking head thinking about 10 million things of how to do that. Like I'm like, okay, let me think about the uploads. Let me think about the TikToks. Let me think about all the Instagram uploads. All right, well, let me think about that a little bit more for like another hour, and then
it just never gets done.
Fall.
That's exactly, that was my creative process, and that's why you don't see anything on my channel.
No. Okay, I thought that was just a me thing, and I'm not trying to single that out as like only Yoku deals with that, right? But like I didn't know that's what that was. So the whole time you two were talking about this, and I'm just like, damn, I do that. Damn, that's how I feel. Damn, I do that.
That's what they call it.
Yeah,
bro,
you
what
get
the
so
fuck?
Fixated. Yeah,
that's
so it's
insane.
Yeah, so I kind of get stuck in that loop of like, I can't do anything. And I have all these thoughts and ideas, but I can't execute any of them. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe there's just like a chemical thing, because I tried to make the things and I wasn't able to. I talked to my doctor and they're like, well, maybe you can get like a little boost in the mornings, you know, like something to kind of like get you up, because coffee doesn't work on me. You guys can't tell. I can't fucking shut up. So for people like me who can't shut the fuck up.
You want to trade? I don't even like
really
coffee.
Well sometimes. My streams never have dead air, but goddamn, do I never shut the fuck up.
Yeah, what's up?
What is happening?
Yeah, no. Wait, what? Oh, wait. Oh, no.
I thought we lost. Okay, I thought we lost. We're good. We're good. Okay.
You're good.
Are we sure?
You're good now.
Yeah.
You were blurry for a second.
Oh, fuck.
I think you're good. I think you're okay. At least on my end, you are.
Yeah,
okay.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I was gonna say that I think that me thinking so many things to do and like planning so much, because it's like my mind is constantly going at like 120. I feel like I needed to have something to make myself take a step back and be able to like look at things and analyze things properly, because I didn't realize that that was my anxiety getting to me and like overthinking things. And I didn't realize that I was getting caught up in that. And, you know, I was able to get therapy. I was able to get on medication. So I'm finally on this uphill trend starting out as of recently. Like I've been working out a little bit more. I've been paying attention to my diet. And it all started out with like a few months ago, like I said, getting back on that and trying to look out for myself, even though it might not be right for everybody and your views might not align with like taking medication and stuff. I think it's just being sensitive to your own body and realizing what works for you and what's going to make you be the best that you can, you know? And like, if that's what it is for you, then that's what it is for you.
Yeah. Medication definitely didn't work for me, but like, I understand that it works for a lot of different people. But it was the fact that I was willing to try medication that, you know, that made me realize that, yes, I do have, you know, I do have this problem that I'm willing to solve. And obviously it didn't work out, but after getting off, I noticed some, you know, I identified some of my triggers, and, I was able to, you know, identify those being on the medication and off the medication and deal with them in a way that's good for me. So, like I said, it doesn't work for everybody, but it's very healthy to know, you know, that, you know, medication doesn't work. So I don't have to go back down that road. Or if I do have to go back down that road, I won't use the medication that I had before.
Yeah. I realize that sometimes too, it's all trial and error, which it sucks that it's that point right now, especially with how drastic some medication can affect you.
Yes.
But like, I've definitely been on some like wrong stuff before where it's just like, damn, this shit's actually making it worse. I'm actually more paranoid. I feel like I'm losing my feelings. Like I'm not able to be myself.
My medication had a physical reaction. And to this day, I can't drink coffee anymore because I think it was because of the medication. I think it boosted my cortisol levels, and for some reason that activates my gag reflex. So I would just be talking or driving. I would be driving to work and just on the highway.
Just projectile vomit right there.
I would never vomit, but it would feel like I would vomit.
Oh,
but
God.
It was just dry heaving. I would dry heave on the highway, for no fucking reason.
Fuck.
Did you ever pull over to like, I guess, to try and get it out?
Time. I pulled over every single time.
Yeah.
Towards the end of me, like, because I gave my medication like 3 months, and it only happened in the last month. So the first 2 months I was fine. I didn't have really any like, well, the first 2 months are usually, you know, getting your body used to it, and then the third month, I guess, is when the symptoms came, because it was just bad. It would happen like clockwork every morning. Like I would get up, I would go to work on the highway, I would just start gagging, and it wouldn't happen for the rest of the day. And that sets the tone for the day. So you don't want to wake up, you know, and already having anxiety about driving because you know it's gonna happen. It's like it's counterproductive.
Simulator out here.
It's counterproductive, and like sometimes you just have anxiety about having anxiety, and that's what sucks out of the most thing about anxiety, because anxiety can actually trigger more anxiety, which sounds absolutely stupid, but it's true.
It makes sense. Yeah, after explaining what you just said, it definitely makes sense.
It's true. It sucks. But like, I'm glad I'm over that little hump in my life to where my anxiety is very much more manageable right now. The only thing that actually triggers my anxiety right now is public spaces. That's the only thing.
Really?
I can go to work, I can go to the grocery store, that's fine. But like if I'm going to like a function or like a party or a get together, I haven't tried the movies yet, so that's going to be an experience if I go to the movies. But I know that like public spaces triggers the fuck out of my anxiety, so I try to stay away from public spaces.
Right.
Yeah, I think being able to identify like what your triggers are too, I think is super important and super valid. And also like how you said, like being off of it kind of was able to help you feel those things and analyze like, hey, yo, like I'm not okay with this. I don't like how I'm feeling about the situation. And I think being able to identify those things and working around that, however you do, is what's important too. So yeah.
Hell yeah. I live by a principle, the law of change, and usually that law comes in threes. So if I'm trying something new, I'm going to do it for 3 months. And if it doesn't work out, then we have to change. And that's helped me a lot. That's helped me a whole lot. And that's helped me. It's actually going to help. I told that to Ioku about his YouTube channel, like, because like he has a lot of anxiety about, you know, how his uploads do. And I told him, yo, look at it for a month, see what it does, come back, but don't change it until you see like the stats for the whole month. And that helps out a lot, because it's
Yeah,
kind
it
of
still
like
sucks, though.
it's kind of like a long-term investment, because you know, if you're in the stock market or anything, you put your money in, and if you're expecting a short-term gain on a long-term investment, you've wasted your money.
It's no fail.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you look at stocks or just anything in graphs wise, you like to look at, like, I think what is it? Well,
5
150,
years.
130. Oh shit. I was gonna say 130 days, 150 days for minimum, and then like 5 years for a whole trend.
Yeah.
It's so hard to be able to, like,
5 years is the base, I think.
oh
if
shit.
you're doing
Yeah.
long-term stocks.
Yeah, long
But, I
term.
mean,
Long term.
If you're doing like, I think what you're talking about is actually just trading. Yeah, you look at like 150 days for trading, and then you get
and
in,
that's like
get
the
out.
general like trends and stuff. So it's really
you can
hard.
treat YouTube the same way. You really can.
I know Twitch also, like, I'm more based on Twitch than I am on YouTube. And I know it's so easy to get carried away and all that shit too, especially if you have anxiety. So with me, when I started streaming and stuff, I had like, what is it? Solinome, Twitch tracker. I had Twitch stats, like all of these like materials and things that would help me analyze where the fuck I was at. And that would kind of like define me at the end of my day, you know, and it was tough. It was tough, especially if you put hours of work, you devoted so much time into doing this shit, and then it flops. And it's like your anxiety just starts to peak a little bit more. And in your head, you're convincing yourself that, well, if I'm thinking about it, then maybe I'm going to be able to do something about it.
Right.
And me thinking about it is going to propel myself to do better, and this will never happen again. But then you realize after 8 hours later that you were just thinking that entire time.
Yep.
And it's, and it's like, damn, so I did nothing about that. And I was so worried about it. And it's just like, your stats aren't really going to change in like what, a 4 to 5 day basis, especially on like a month, 3 month basis. Like it's a long, like what you're saying, like a long-term thing. And I think as a content creator, it's so hard to not get caught up in that. I'm newer to YouTube, at least when in looking at stats and stuff. But in Twitch, I know that that's something that I used to check up a lot. You know, just comparing myself, even to myself. Like I feel like I would compare myself to myself more than often. I think it was healthier, because it's like I can't control how I am like someone else, but I can control how I am like myself.
Yeah,
right.
For sure.
And it's just like I compare myself to me, and I'm like, well, how did I do this month, and what was I doing differently? But even though that's helpful, it's easy to get obsessed in that. It's easy to fall in and, you know, fall into just wanting to get fixated on that.
That's amazing.
And do better.
That's definitely fair.
All right. Well, in closing out the podcast, I want to thank you, BB, for coming on. You are
Thank you for having
absolutely
me.
amazing. Me, always a pleasure to talk to you. Is you go ahead and plug your socials and whatever?
Sure. Okay. You all can find me. I'm on twitch.tv/BBSmols. You guys can find me on Instagram, on Twitter, still BBSmols, and on YouTube. This is going to be the weirdest thing, but it's BBSmols if you look it up, but the URL is literally XTinyXEmoXme. I made this account when I was in 7th grade, and YouTube refuses to change it. So if you guys like literally want to go find me, just type up BBSmols, but you'll find me.
That's some Gaia online type names right there.
Wait, I don't blame her. But yeah, that's me. Thank you so much for having me today, you guys. You guys have been fantastic hosts. This is my first time here, but this has been so great. You guys are so easy to talk to.
Oh yeah.
We try to make it that way.
Great.
But we will have all of your information down in the show notes if you guys want to go ahead and down there and follow BB and you know, do all the things. Subscribe even to her Twitch, because you know we got to make money somehow.
Yes.
Thank you.
We're gonna get up on out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. It has been your boy Mikey J, my host Ioku, and BBSmols, and this has been the Royal Roundtable Podcast. Peace out.
Talk to you later.
That's it for this episode of the Royal Roundtable Podcast. If you're listening on any of the podcast services such as Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please drop a rating. And if you'd like to listen or view the podcast early, you can go over to lostroyalty.co and become a premium member for just $4.99 a month. You'll also get access to exclusive chats within our Discord. Discord link will be included in the show notes below. The Royal Roundtable Podcast is produced by Mikey J and Sacred Almighty. Executive produced by Ioku. Video and sound by Mikey J. Intro song is by Zenbuster Music. Social media links to Royal Roundtable Podcast and all crew will be included in the show notes. Thanks for listening.